Alright guys, we're back. More Tales of the Abyss. Sorry for the delay there. I am very sleepy for some fucking reason, so hopefully we can wake up.
Could I talk to you all for a minute?
What is it?
Is it really okay for us to just lower all the land on our own?
What do you mean?
It's a really big deal. It'll change the way the whole world works. I was thinking we should explain things to Uncle and Emperor Peony and work together.
But we'd have to go to Batical to do that.
I think we should.
You're lurking now. Hey, Cheshire.
Luke.
I was just adjusting myself here.
They risked their lives for us. For you, Natalia. Now it's our turn to protect them. Let's persuade Uncle to salvage the peace treaty that fell apart. Shouldn't Kimlasca, Malkuth, and Doth work together to lower the Outer Lands?
Luke, you're absolutely right.
Please let me think for a bit. I know that's best. But the fact remains that Father rejected me. I'm scared. I'm sorry.
She's scared.
We'll just have to wait until Natalia is ready.
Alright. Hey, Natalia, what's going on over here? Please let me think about this overnight. I'm such a coward, aren't I? I wouldn't say you're a coward, but I guess I'll go to the end. But, this doesn't cost us anything this time. How do you guys feel about Bob Doll?
Where's she going?
Vietnam land. Why does this sometimes really vibrate my chair and other times it doesn't?
Who's there?
Bob Doll.
Ash! What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Spinoza. What are you doing here? Aren't you going to Batical?
You knew?
It's not like you to be scared.
Well, there are some things that frighten even me.
Tuning fork vibrates your chair? I mean, I
Really?
guess it's not really a
Even
fork,
though you have
but...
tens of thousands of Batical citizens as your allies?
Alright, hang on. This is a really interesting feeling right now, because I have my belt on, and it has like a vibrating function in it. And I have it sitting on one of the nodes for it. It's kind of sitting like right where the slip disc would be. And I can feel it all down the nerve, like as it vibrates, and it feels really, really cool.
I know that.
That's a cool scene.
Someday, when we're grown up, let's change this country. Change it so that no one has to be poor. Change it so that war never happens.
Let's work to change our country. For the rest of our lives. Together.
I didn't say that because you were a princess. Your birth doesn't matter. Just do what you can. I guess I'll go back too.
It's not nice to eavesdrop.
I didn't do it on purpose, and it didn't seem like the best time to interrupt them.
I see.
If I hadn't been born, Natalia and Ash would have.
If you hadn't been born, Ash would have died at Xeriuth as Luke.
Tyr,
Hypothesizing about not having been born is meaningless. You're living your own life.
Got that right, Tim.
Experiences that only you know. Feelings that only you feel. Don't deny them. You're here.
yeah, thanks.
So I'll point out that Luke is technically 7 years old.
I'm sorry. It's not like me to act scared like that, is it? Then we're going to Batical now, are we? Yes. I will do what I can as princess of... No, as a citizen of Kimlasca.
There you go.
I hoped you'd say that. I wrote a letter to King Ingobert describing everything that's happened, as well as the problems with lowering the Outer Lands.
Problem? Was there a problem?
The miasma.
Oh yeah, the whole reason the Outer Lands were made was to get away from that.
We'll need more than the cooperation of Sheridan to solve this problem. We'll need Grand Kokma's phonic researchers and Yulia City. But in order to get them...
We have to get Kimlasca and Malkuth to agree to peace.
Let's go to Batical. I'll convince Father, no matter what.
Turns out Natalia is his daughter, and she just has strawberry blonde hair instead of red hair. I hope the king will understand. Me too! Luke and Natalia are both taking a significant risk returning to Batical. I'm sure he will understand. We'll have to make sure he does. Yes, the Outer Lands will fall to the cliff off very soon. In order to lower them safely, both countries need to cooperate, now more than ever. Yes, they do. Natalia, thank you for deciding to go. I do not have time to be worrying about the circumstances of my birth. I will do what I must. Natalia. Natalia! The world will change, one way or another. Must accept that, or they will have no future. Yeah, this isn't the time for stupid wars. Both countries need to take a step forward from their history of conflict. Absolutely. Okay, let's go. Saying, how long did it take you to step forward from your history of war? 7? 7 minutes? 7 seconds? 7 years? 7 decades? Yes. Oh, okay. That's cool. So I was saying, what are you most excited about when it comes to Cataclysm?
That's your best?
Quitting? It doesn't sound like you're quitting, though. Sounds like you're tackling it head on. So, when I think of Cataclysm, I think of the Twilight Citadel, and me relatively liking that raid. It was pretty decent. Blackwing Descent, also, I really like Blackwing Descent. But some funny things happen in there. But then I think about Throne of Winds? Throne of the Four Winds? Alakir's dungeon there. And I get mad because I don't like that place. Conclave of Wind is probably my least liked fight in the game. And Throne of I got sat for the Alakir fight for a rogue who decided to quit the guild a week later for randomly with no explanation or warning. Funnily enough, even though I hate Conclave of Wind, I had a really high parse on that fight for the longest time. Like number 2 or something for Unholy. I don't remember. It's pretty high though. Of course, nobody played Unholy at that time, so it was much easier to parse. Let's meet with the king. Now, how to get Uncle to see us? Barging right in would lead to unnecessary conflict. Don't worry, if I lead the way, the soldiers should allow us through. So let's barge in. Okay. We're counting on you, Ion. Yes. By the name of the Fawn Master, I will see you both. The both of you to King Ingobert. You're jealous of my rogue? How come? Because he can just like quit like that? Dude, like it was the funniest thing. He got assigned to do kicks on Maloriak. And there was one pull where he screwed it up and nobody really said anything. And then he was just like, alright guys, I don't want to deal with this. I'm out. They're like, oh, what are you talking about? If you don't want to do kicks, we can get somebody else to do it. It's fine. And he's like, nope. Out.
Princess Natalia, you've returned!
So, as far as I know, there was no real reason given. He was just gone.
You realize what this will mean?
Left the raid, left the guild at that point.
Stop. I am Ion, Phone Master of the Order of Lorelei. I seek an audience with His Majesty.
Yes, sir!
Those who accompany me come under the protection
Engaged.
of Doth. If they are treated with any disrespect, Doth will no longer read the score for Kimlasca.
Open the way. That's an order from Phone Master Ion.
Let's go.
I hate
First, we
Sass 'cause
must
he
deal
asks
with
fair
those who are
questions.
inciting the king to war.
Let's go, Natalia. This time we will convince him.
Right.
Fair. I say, to be perfectly fair, who don't you hate? Bob Dole? Oh, he's not in here. Taft? That's fair. I don't know a single soul who really hates Taft. You've returned? Don't tell me you've come after the king himself. You did a good job of exterminating all his enemies. Didn't you use to sleep with Taft's enemies, though?
Father!
Natalia.
Where are the guards?
Uncle, there's no need for guards. Natalia is your daughter.
My daughter died years ago.
No, the Natalia here before you is your daughter. 17 years of memories should tell you that.
Luke.
I learned that from you.
Memories.
So someone told you she's not your real daughter. So what? That doesn't change your memories. The memories you two share as a family belong to you alone.
I know that. I know that.
Well then?
It's all right, Luke. Father, Your Majesty, you may call me a criminal if you wish, but please, stop this war with Malkuth.
I won't ask why you sent emissaries to Exariuth. I don't even want to know. But His Majesty Peony the Ninth trusted in me as an emissary of peace.
This whole side thing with Natalia being a criminal for being swapped at birth is just baffling to me.
I do not intend to lose that trust for your sake.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. A monarch need not suffer these youthful tirades. May I suggest we come back at a later date to hear Your Majesty's feelings?
Jade!
What if they hide troops to ambush us?
The people of this city would turn against His Majesty, just as before. And Phone Master Ion is here as well. We all know what Doth's response would be were the Phone Master to die.
Are you threatening me? Jade the Necromancer?
Did you think I would enter a situation like this without taking certain precautions? I've written a document detailing the crisis facing the world.
I will read it and see you in my audience chamber tomorrow.
Uncle, I trust you.
Excuse us, Your Majesty.
Jade the badass, exactly. How will the king respond? Everything rests in the king's hands now. But the longer he takes, the more problems we could have. Yeah, I just know that Mose is up to something. But the king seems uncertain. I'm sure he understands what Luke and Natalia were saying. I expect he's already made his decision. He just needs a little more convincing. That's why I gave him some time. I wouldn't worry about the outcome. If he realizes the danger the world is in, then surely... We'll find out for tomorrow. For now, let's trust in him. In the strength of the Lanveldale family. Vector, would you date, King Engelbert? This will always be Princess Natalia's room. The Saint says, Taft, you did a good job exterminating all his enemies. So everyone likes him, or at least has a neutral opinion of him. You're related to Herbert Hoover, who's usually considered one of the bottom 5 presidents, unfortunately. I don't know much about Herbert Hoover. Except that his last name is on the vacuum cleaner. And that his first name is Herbert. He's known for presiding over under the Great Depression, and gets blamed for it. Want to drop by? No, Dad is on my uncle's side. I shouldn't go there now. Let's stay at an inn in City tonight. Say, Jade, just what precautions did you set up in such a short time anyway? Hmm? You know. Set up. Bug land on me. What you threatened my uncle with? Oh, that. I was just bluffing. Oh, it was a ladybug. Okay, hang on a sec, guys. I was like, what the fuck was that bug? I thought it was a moth. No, it's a ladybug. Also, why are ladybugs in my place? Because ladybugs go to where it's warmest, right? And it's definitely warmer outside than my place right now. So, saying, does that mean that we can blame you for the Great Depression, by the way? Sorry about that, guys. Because, I mean, Natalia, she gets, she's being called a criminal despite being only a baby when she was swapped with the real princess. An audience with the king. I'm sure Uncle will understand. Father has always known what truly should be done. If he really cares about the people of Kimlasca, about Natalia, I'm sure he'll understand. I wonder if Mose will get in the way, though. Probably. I will not let Mose interfere. I will convince Father, no matter what. Well, at any rate, the die has been cast. Now we must meet with the king. Yes, let's go. Well, we don't gotta meet with the king. We gotta go to an inn first, and then meet with the king. But unfortunately, to get to the end, we gotta go down 80 different elevators, because they didn't think to put an inn up here. Saying, would you date the owner of a Coliseum? Probably the one from FF7, the gold saucer dude seems cool. What if you wanted to call it the Steveseum?
What will you do if King Ingobert responds with force tomorrow?
We'll persuade him, no matter what.
He might not come around that easily.
Then I'll stay and convince him, even if it costs me my life.
Natalia.
I was a fool. I thought my job was to help the suffering in places like Exariuth and the front lines, but I was wrong. I should have stayed by Father's side and admonished him when he strayed down this errant path.
Natalia, you truly are this kingdom's princess.
I want to be. I love this country from the bottom of my heart.
If only we had politicians like the idealistic princes and princesses you get in JRPGs and other games.
I read your documents. Your proposal seems to contradict the score of the 6th phone stone.
The score is no longer useful. It started to go wrong when I was born.
Replicas.
Father, clinging to the score will no longer bring prosperity.
Guys, join dudes in a boss fight. Dudes, how you liking Tales of the Abyss?
This is the moment the world's leaders will truly be put to the test. We nobles exist precisely for times like this. The royal family does not exist to live in luxury, dependent upon the score.
What would you have me do?
Sign a peace treaty with Malkuth and allow us to lower the outer lands into the Cliffoth.
Unthinkable. The Malkuth Empire is our sworn enemy. Only a traitor would suggest such a thing.
Do not let them deceive you, Your Majesty. They've likely been bought by Malkuth. These are merely the ramblings of ignoble impostors.
Silence! Only a fool clings solely to lineage.
No one is born a princess. Only through diligence does one achieve the grace and dignity required of that title.
I know not whether I possess the grace of which Jade speaks, but you raised me for 17 years. It is with great pride in that time that I say this now. Make peace and lower the land. I ask this out of love for this country, and for you, Father.
I said, how are you liking Tales of the Abyss so far, dudes?
Very well.
Uncle, really?
No, Your Majesty.
Don't listen to the babblings of these...
Silence! Do not insult my daughter's words.
Father!
Natalia, you have awakened the love and concern for this kingdom that I had forgotten.
Father, it hurt not to be the princess. But what hurt so much more was not being your daughter.
While you do not share my blood, I will never forget our time together. I will never forget the moment you first called me father.
Oh, Father!
Father! Natalia has received the Child of Lanvildir title.
I'm happy for you, Natalia.
That cat sidekick, Mew?
No, they've still got a lot of talking to do. They're going to start over as family.
Yes, we can't go back to when we didn't know.
Hey, what happened to Mose? It looks like he withdrew to Doth. I doubt he'll do anything immediately.
To Doth.
Okay, let's settle things before Mose can interfere again.
Then Malkuth is next. Let's go.
Then Malkuth is next. Alright. Natalia. For the people, for the country. Even if you're not of the bloodline, to the people, this is who you are. Deuce is also a child of Lanvildir, though. Natalia, I'm so happy for you. Natalia, I'm so happy for you! Me too! After 17 years together, petty things like bloodlines shouldn't mean anything. Thank you. I had never thought I would be so happy to be accepted. You'll have plenty of time to talk things over with the king now. Yeah, now that he's accepted Natalia, he's acting more like he did before the war. Yes, but I doubt we can think of each other as we had before I learned the truth. As Guy said, the coming months and years will be important for us. Yeah, there's no rush. You'll have plenty of time together. Especially now that Mose can't get in the way again. Yes, I think Kimlasca is safe in the king's hands now. I hope so, anyway. Guy, did you say something? No, it's nothing. Let's head for Grand Kokma. Asane used to live in Grand Kokma. Yeah, let's go. Alright, let's save our game. That was a long-ass cutscene. I am curious as to how close we are to the end of the game at this point, because I don't remember how much. With my last save file, it took me 64 hours, so... Then again, there's probably a lot of just sitting around not doing anything at that point, too. Oh, you guys fought Malroth, but you couldn't defeat him. I think that's the way we want to go. We want to go over here. Use the rail car. There you go. You like the opera singer in the background? I don't know if I need the opera singer. Let's see Emperor Peony. Emperor Peony shouldn't present too much of a trouble. Yes, he's been in favor of peace since the beginning. So let's just run in there and get the treaty taken care of. It's not something they can just agree to. We'll need a conference to formally sign the treaty. Yes, let's discuss that with the Emperor as well. There was a tenor in the background of it randomly in some parts of the town theme. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that, but if there was, that's cool. I trust you. I don't suppose I can just like go over this, can I? No, I don't think so. All the water's just like draining off the world right now. With these two gigantic land masses just missing, falling, like how the fuck is the water even left on the planet? Very confusing. Alright, before we go into Malkuth, we'll save our game. And once again, it is break time, so let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll play for another hour and a half or so.